Okay, today I want to talk about passing the half guard without an underhook. So usually when we're passing, especially in the half guard, we really need that underhook to stop them attacking your back. So if I'm here with my dummy, and I'm passing through here, even in side control actually, if I don't have this underhook here, right, it opens up an avenue to my back. So from here, if I don't have the underhook, if he turns up in towards me, he's going to start taking my back, right? It's not too threatening now because this is just a dummy, but with an actual person, a little bit worse, right? So normally we're insistent as we're passing, in this knee slice position especially, on getting this underhook, right? If I don't have this here, no matter, even if I beat his legs, he's still going to be turning up towards me, right? He's still going to be able to take my back. So, very, very dangerous situation. Now, lots of different variations here. So, what's important to understand is that it's not just having my underhook that matters, it's denying him his underhook here. Right? My underhook here stops him from taking my back because he doesn't have this pathway here. My arm is a clear barrier. If I go this side here, you can see when I put my arm down here, it's a barrier here, he has to go through it, which he can't do, to get to my back. If I don't have the underhook here, his arm leads the way all the way through. Right, this gives my back. So it's like taking out on a hook, it's just as much about denying that space to him, right? Stopping him from turning up and taking my back. Now, when we're passing, right, there are options to pass if we can't take that underhook, right? If we can deny him the use of his. So, what we're looking at is stopping him turning up and towards us. So one of the options we can have, right, is one of my favourites here, right, Sao Paulo pass here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take this near side collar grip here, post my hand on the mat to create a frame, and I'm using my forearm to cross face here, right? So I'm half choking him, trying to turn his chin away. At the same time, I grab the sleeve and pull up, which helps me cut through. Now for him to turn up into me, it's going to be really hard to do. Right? For him to turn up towards me, he needs to be able to pull up and pull his shoulder back down. Right? Pulling up on this arm stops half of this. The cross face stops him turning here. So I don't have this arm, but I can take everything else to make it much harder for him to come up. So when I complete my knee slice here, right, now even though I don't have that upper body control of the underhook, it's harder for him to turn up and towards me here. I can fold this over, pass here, right, fold it over. That's one option there. Another option I like is taking this far collar here and closing my elbow down onto him here. Now I'm driving my weight through my elbow here. Makes it very hard for him to turn up. Right? Here, what I'm relying on is my entire body weight driving through this point here. So even if I slice out far to the side here, my weight's still driving back into him. You can see from here now, I'm going to do the same thing, but as I slice out, I'm basing hard on my right foot. So here now, I'm using this foot planted. My left foot can be even off the ground. I'm driving all my weight actively towards his far shoulder now, making it very, very hard for him to turn back up into me. So I can drive now and come back on top. At an angle here, hopefully so you can see, I'm going to take that far side collar grip here, wrap it around, close my elbow here, which also denies me space to take this underhook, right? If I close my elbow here, keep my body tight to it, there's not much space for him to come up into this gap here, right? If I just hold a far collar here, still hard for him to come up, there's space for him to start fighting underneath to break my grip here, right? and at the very least when I pass there's going to be space for him to scramble and move. If I come here, close everything here, drop this gap, now you can see my weight's carried by him, hard for him to turn up onto me, foot's pushing and driving back. Here is an aggressive movement, here everything's in place, close the elbow, fast slice through, drive in here, straight back into him. So there's a couple of ways to pass without the underhook, but often, even if they're doing a good job, it can be hard to take all of that. So what we want to look at is actually, even if we have the underhook, or if we don't have the underhook at all, especially for you guys who like to scramble, we're looking at adding something onto the pass, right? Assuming that we're going to fail to get the underhook, assuming that when we pass here, we're going to have no upper body control, or even if we just end up in this position in the scramble, what are we going to do from here? Because this is a situation that's going to happen a lot. Guy in bottom half guard or any kind of bottom situation is going to be looking for this underhook, right? We can anticipate that, capitalise on their response. So, even though there's a couple of fun options there, right, what I want to look at is what to do if you can't get anything there. So, I know I've been talking about other stuff, but this is the meat and potatoes, actually what I wanted to look at. So now, he's turning up in towards me here, right? I'm fighting from my half guard, he's denying me these collar grips, he's denying me everything here, I can't reach through to his collar, he's defending his grip, I can't get anything here, can't get my underhook, right? I'm in danger of losing this position. I'm going to try to find a way I can do this without smashing myself against the wall. Here. So now, he's denying me all his grips, and he's kind of turning up towards me here. He's on his side, like a good half guard player should be. Right? Normally, I'd go back, try and finish his position, put him flat, work backwards, so I can get to a situation and I can pass with things in my favour, take the underhook and everything here. Right, sometimes I might not have that option, doesn't matter why not. Let's say we've tried this a few times and it's failing. But as I pass up now, everything's in tight here, right? I don't have the underhook. He's threatening my back. So I'm not going to stop here, right? Last thing I want to do. He's also on his side turning towards me, makes it hard to really solidify that side control. So as soon as I come through here, I have to anticipate what's going to happen. He's going to be fighting up towards me here. So all I'm going to do is spin around to his back. I'm not going to stop here. Right? Passing the guard is not just about passing the legs, it's about consolidating and finishing the position. So even though I've beaten his legs, if I stop here, right, I'm not going to finish his guard pass. He's got his frames, he's going to bring his legs back in front, or he's going to take my back. So as soon as I pass, what's going to happen is I'm going to turn to his back. So I'm going to do it here. I'm going to drop my left arm on this side, step over his head, and then back step all the way around here. I pass, even if there's the underhook here, I step over his head, I spin around to his back. Right. So what we're doing, if I break it down, this guy doesn't need to be turning up into me, but it helps to see. If I put him flat here, what we're doing is, in this position, taking my arm, I'm dropping it near side here, stop him turning back up into me. I step my body over, I come through. Pass again here, this side. I pass, I'm facing away, I turn back. Top leg goes over, here. So this is something I used to drill a lot. It's about spinning through, taking the back, exposing the back, taking advantage of the correct reaction actually in his response. So he's turned up and towards me, he's threatening my back. Right. Doing that exposes his back on this side, which is exactly what I want. So even though now I'm in a bad position, I can take advantage of that. Foot goes over, back step up, here, right, I can just stay here, or his back's exposed, I take my my seatbelt and switch back through, ready to take the back here. Same again on this side, it's turning up into me, exposing his back, threatening mine. I've finished the pass, or at least I beat his legs, haven't finished the pass. Drop, step through, here, I'm facing that way, take the seatbelt, I switch my hips. Left leg goes down underneath his head, foot posts up here, ready to take the back. Right. Couple more times here. Make sure you dress your dummy appropriately. He turns up and towards you here, right, threatening the back. I'm going to come over this side, skip through, switch, take the back. Here, belt's coming undone, turns up and towards me, right, pass here, skip through, take the back. Here. So, you can do this very, very slow to start with. You can build it up, you can surf on top, right? The idea is to get around the head, get to the back, and then take the position. So, you want the underhook, sometimes you can't get it. There are ways to force the underhook or force the pass without it, but it's one of those situations we know what the response is going to be, so we can take advantage of that. Have fun with that, guys. Don't get your back taken, take theirs. Nice and easy.